Hi, you guys. Anywho, I was going to read with you 3 poems from the newly released book, Every Event of the Year, Volume 2, July through December. A lot of things that are right around now are things that are animal themed, so brace me for it, because this one was written for the month of October, which is World Vegetarian Awareness Month. So this was written for that, and this is the first poem, and it's called Just Made the Choice. Just read an article in the Wall Street Journal today on World Vegetarian Day, the first day of World Vegetarian Awareness Month. And the article explained that there was an excess of eggs produced this year. The article then explained that efforts to curb the excess egg production include, in part, sending birds to slaughter to bolster prices. Anything to boost sales for the bottom line. Some may now wonder what the big fuss is all about eating plants versus eating a steak, pork chops, ribs, veal, or even Thanksgiving turkey or Easter ham, or enjoying a Reuben on St. Patrick's Day. That's what we humans do. And you're right, we've got the mandibles to prove it, especially when we were evolving to scavenge and hunt to survive. Since then, we evolved, but nobody learns. We just kill. That solves everything. But that is the beauty of evolving. That is the beauty of no longer needing to hunt to survive. With our globalization and specialization of our abilities and resources, we all no longer have to kill to survive. We don't need that much protein in our sit-down lives. We don't even have to kill one animal so we have enough food for our family for the winter, like our ancestors, our ancient ancestors. But what did we learn? We learned the beauty of capitalism is that we can pay someone else to do the dirty work for us while we sit in our office chairs with our big brains and think of ways that we've got it made. And we do if we choose to eat meat with our oh-so-strong mandibles, and we pay someone else so that we don't have to get our hands dirty. But in this system, we do get blood on our hands. To feed more and more people with cheaper and cheaper products, companies have turned to farmhouse into a mass marketing slaughterhouse, where mass-produced animals are far too fat to even mate or even walk, and they contract diseases that are transferred to humans who think this is a great system for fast food, or else it's the only system, not knowing the difference and just wanting to eat. People say they care, but nothing ever changes. I wonder if corporations not allowing people into their plants kept the truth hidden from the masses. Because torture chambers or not, I once made the choice that even though I could pay someone else to kill for me, that I'd rather not be a part of that. Since then, I visited India, not for the oppression of women, but for the freedom of eating whatever I wanted without worrying if some living animal was killed for my next meal. Because after you choose peace, the rest is easy. If your workday is bothering you, if the news of racial tensions, bombings, and killings shatter your senses, then start with a choice for peace in your own meals. People get together and talk about peace among people, but they forget that people aren't the only living creatures on this planet. Even the religious know that plants were the only food in the Garden of Eden. And once you realize how to remove killing everywhere in your life, that is when you will finally truly feel at peace. Something for a vegetarian month. I got it out of the way, but they're all issue-related pieces. Sorry about that, you guys. This next...
I got something for you.
Uh-oh. Yes?
Why do this, that, or the other month always have to start on the 1st? I think I'm going to postulate that we have National Pot Month, and it start on April the 20th and end up on May the 19th.
I'm sure that April 20th is because it's Hitler's birthday and he always smoked pot. Did
No.
you know? No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I had to do that just to mess with you.
It is, isn't it? I've heard that. Okay, Janet, you got one more?
I do. That was a long one. I'm just going to do one more for you, and it'll probably be a long one. And that's for the 2nd of October, and it was for the birthday of Mahatma Gandhi in 1889. This is called 150 Years. What did we learn? Walking through New Delhi, I photographed the statue of Mahatma Gandhi leading the salt march to the ocean to get salt from there for free after Britain said they had to buy their heavily taxed salt instead. Why pay for something under British tyranny when we could just walk the 390 kilometers to the ocean and get the salt ourselves? 80 started the Dandy March and grew to over 50,000 because so many protested the British imposed salt tax. That was the initiation of the civil disobedience movement that led to Britain leaving India. I left New Delhi, paid my way to Visakhapatnam, where the money emblazoned with that picture of Mahatma Gandhi's walk, and it makes me think of the historic protests and acts of civil disobedience that have changed the world. And when I think of the marches that occur with amazing regularity in this city I now reside, I forget what all of the protests are even all about. Sorry about that. I forget what all the protests are even all about anymore. For there seems to be just so many, and from what I can tell, nothing ever comes from this kind of civil disobedience any longer. It seems that everyone wants to jump on the protest bandwagon, and one protest after another leads to people walking together, feeling good about themselves and thinking that they've made a difference. But posting the Instagram pics of them making a difference on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and every other social medium that they can prove it, that actually proves that nothing has actually changed. I know that leading by example alone is hardly the solution, but the 21st century walking in unison may no longer accomplish anything other than stroking walkers' egos. This may be the dilemma of modern times when too many people see a problem and do not know what to do other than to walk. Dropping things, sorry.
Thank you.
So I won't finish it then. Sorry.
Oh, no, I thought that was the end.
As something fell, I know I've got one other bit for it, and I'll only do the two then.
Well, go ahead and finish.
Sorry. What is the walk accomplishing other than improving your health and making you feel morally superior? Because I'm positive Mahatma Gandhi opted to wear his own clothing instead of buying clothes to support a system he didn't believe in. He didn't do it so that he could feel all high and mighty. People now take a break from their day to participate in a march, and then they go back to their everyday lives. Mahatma Gandhi changed his life. The march was only a part of the story, and as a result, he changed the world too. Mahatma Gandhi didn't jump on a bandwagon or join others to protest for change. He started that journey himself, which he still does, and those who start their own journeys do too, to this day. Sorry, making a message about people making protests and change, but that was the true thing about Mahatma Gandhi. He was doing all of these things and starting, and people were like, that's a great idea, and would actually come to change, which I hope people get. But thank you very much. Thanks for listening, you guys. Thank you.